Hi. I was not expecting to post a video that early. Long story short, I got stuck in the mountain by early winter. Um, well, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that already. But when I reached Sarek National Park, which is a very, very wild area and amazingly beautiful, really amazingly beautiful. I got caught up in a snowstorm. No problem. I mean, no problem. I had, I was expecting snowstorm that might happen, so I was ready for that. And but I was not ready for having winter really settling in. And what I mean by that is that I did not have snowshoes with me at that time, so I basically was not able to move. And after 5 days at the same location in the mountains, I basically started to run out of food. I tried to get out of the mountain, but the way was quite risky because I was getting like postholing, which is like above the knee. So I was getting my feet like in between rocks, and Sarek is like rock and marshes. And my original route was risk of avalanches. I mean, from my observation, and that's not like I don't have a lot of mountaineering experience, but from my viewpoint, and I was like, yeah, I'm not taking that risk to pass under mountains. That is potentially I can take an avalanche in the face. That's not something I'm ready to take in the face. So I tried to get out of the mountain, but had to realize that I would not get out of the mountains, that winter was really there. So I put camp, then I pushed the SOS button on my satellite communicator, and in a few hours I was extracted from there by the Swedish police. I mean, it's pretty comforting to know that the rescue service are that efficient, and I was really in quite a wild place and was about sunset. I could have waited a day or two more, it was not a problem, but were really fast to act. True that based on the weather report, I was going to get a storm in less than 24 hours. But yeah, very good job of the Swedish police to have acted that fast. So went back to civilization, and thanks to Eric that could give me a bed to crash in, and I spent some days in Kiruna to, correct my gear, because there is a few things I so I could improve. So I took the opportunity of improving it. One of the things was the food, adding more calories, because getting colder, so you consume more energy. So I had to add some more calories, and more hand protection, because I had a bit weak hand protection, but it was fine. Most of my equipment was on point. I took like, I don't know how much it was, but yeah, during storm it was like minus 12, minus 15, I guess lower during the night. At almost no point I was really cold. Like, my gear was protecting me very well, so my gear was really, really good. Just my hands a bit sometimes was pretty cold and could lose sensation in the hands, but that was just, put on your glove because you did not put them on, and just shake your hand to put the blood pumping, and there you go. So yeah, and I'm going back. So tomorrow, after tomorrow, I will start again from Nikalokta and go to Kebnekaise and climb Kebnekaise. Depending on the weather, I'm not, obviously, as I'm doing it solo, I am not risking too much on this, because I have to cross a glacier, and potentially this glacier have like bigger crevasses. So I will have to see, based on the weather, if I can see the glacier itself, or is it covered in snow. It will all depend when I'm there, what I will see, and if I maybe find people that I can join up to. But we'll see. Basically, I might not do it, or I might do it. Will all depend of the condition over there. But I want to do it. That's the things. But you have to be patient with the mountain, and be willing to not do it also. So, and from there I will walk on the Kongsleden, which is gonna be way, 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 way more easier than walking into Sarek. Sarek is amazing, but it's really wild, and you have to be ready to go off trail. You have to know how to read the map and how to direct yourself, and yeah, and it was awesome. It was just awesome, and to be also, I have to be also happy. I feel pretty lucky in a sense. I'm really a bit frustrated I did not continue. I know it was the right thing to do to push the rescue button, but it's a bit frustrating because I obviously will have to leave some of the gear that I had to ship on the trail. Fine, it would be useful for somebody else, but to have seen Sarek in the winter is amazing. The mountains, those mountains are just unbelievably amazing, and knowing that you're maybe the only one in maybe in a radius of like, I would say 40 kilometers, something like that, like you may be the only human being there. It's I can't describe it. It's scary, and also very mindful. I don't know really how to explain that. I mean, anyway, I have taken video all the way, so I will release those videos like when I come back really to civilization. It will take time to edit them, but I will edit them day by day and try to post them daily, so you can basically follow my trip, and you can also follow my boredom when I was stuck in the hut for like in security room for like 5 days, I think, if I remember well. So, yep, going back on trail, going back in the mountains, and wish me luck. I see you when I'm in Abisko. Bye bye.